Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northern Arena Beat Invitational presented by Bell. We got our final matchup here, Not Today versus FDL, the third game in this best-of-3 series. Winner moving on in the upper bracket to the semis, lower going down, where they will be one lost series away from elimination in this qualifier for the Big Land coming up in November. I believe it starts on the 10th. Not too far into the future. All Moonduck going to be flying out to Montreal to cast a little bit of Dota 2. Your home country there, Trent. How you feeling?
Woo.
It's been a long night of Dota 2, but
can I come? Oh wow, I'm gonna take the train.
I'll have to ask Suns fan about it.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the train. It's nice. I did it once.
Wow.
Except I only went to Quebec City, but it's close. It's a nice ride. Yeah.
That's a nice esports commute right there. Not an international flight for you, big guy.
Yeah, that is true.
It's been a topsy-turvy night of Dota 2, I think.
That's one way to put it.
NA versus SA, North versus South. That's been the theme for both of our series today. We lucked out. And, FDL dominated game one. We're going to recap for all the YouTube viewers that said, I just want to watch the last game. Let's see what happened.
Classic, man.
The classic. FDL stomped them in game one. I think Not Today had like a total 6 kills in 35 minutes. Game two, Not Today won with a rapier on Clinks, which we just saw. The lycanthrope from FDL miterated upon by the South American squad. So Oracle again for FDL. First pick 3 games in a row.
Okay, can't really disagree with that. They were choosing first pick as well, and Not Today taking the Dire, at least in this instance, and I believe in the previous game as well, so it was just Oracle.
Okay.
Oracle. They definitely want the old Oracle first overall for Stan King, and then I guess it's because it's a safe pick. It forces the other team to play, it takes out certain options. Chrono's always going to be a little bit weaker. It's banned out this game, but Bat Rider's always going to be a little bit weaker. Kunkka's going to be a little bit weaker, and it's a very open support. You can still move into, you're not picking a 4 right off the bat, right? You can get a 4 that can be much more adaptable to what your opponents have. They tend to have more precise things than a 5 would necessarily, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think those are all fair points. And to be fair, in all the games that we've seen, it's not like, oh man, the Oracle was such a bad pick here. It's a very safe opener. As long as it's kind of like Earth Spirit, maybe not as safe, but if you
not anymore.
Yeah. But the parallel I wanted to draw was if you have a player that can handle it. Not every team is first picking Oracle because some teams just don't have somebody who's super. It's kind of I don't want to say it's a weird hero. That's offensive. That's mean to the Oracle fans out there. But Oracle has a very unique feel, and if you don't do it right, Oracle can become a problem for your team, let's say. Disarms at the wrong time, right? And FDL are just one of those teams. They've got an Oracle player. They love it. Now, Not Today picking up the Earth Spirit. That makes me wonder because who is their Earth Spirit player? It certainly isn't Schofield. Surely not.
I guess.
Is it Jerry? Jerry the kicker?
I assume it'll just be Schofield.
Is Jerry a footballer? I don't know. Okay. I mean,
it's weird.
So those 2 games we just saw, he played Ricky first. No, he played Bounty Hunter in the first game, and he just played Ricky in the second game. I don't know if those play styles are quite the same as the Earth Spirit.
It's Roman. It's
Roman.
Pressure on lane.
It's all the same.
It's all the same thing.
Okay.
No, it is just kind of different because you're giving an entire 4 heroes, and they're all cores that you can pick up against this Earth Spirit. So right now you're thinking about all 3 lanes. You already have an Oracle who, not going to have the funnest time against Earth Spirit for sure, but if you're just playing it a little bit safer, all you care about is your cores right now. So all 3 of your cores you can guarantee are going to be good against Earth Spirit roaming in. Such an odd, it's a hero that's not picked right now. It doesn't get banned.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd to whip it out this early.
It really is.
And then you also have a Sand King that you just took away the aspect of this potentially being a 4 roll Sand King. So now you have just the mystery of it being mid or off lane, which is still fine, but still takes away some advantage of picking Sand King earlier on during the draft.
Mm-hmm. Certainly not optimal.
I'm not digging it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, positives of Earth Spirit, it's a support that once he hits level 6 can do a huge amount of damage, contributes a lot to team fights. It's kind of a small burst that he gets. The Earth Spirit is definitely one of those supports that falls off. 40 minutes plus, his ult doesn't do that much damage, and yeah, he can get some clutch setups, but it just feels a little bit lackluster compared to a hero like Oracle, for example, who just scales kind of endlessly, you know, into the game. But maybe they're going to try to hit an early timing.
That's a good ban.
Is there anything that he combos with the OD? Yeah.
Yeah, no thank you. I would not want to see that again.
I mean, FDL have played it now. They first picked Oracle into OD the last 2 games in a row, so I think definitely fair to say that they like it.
Yeah, you can understand maybe not going for it right off the bat. Just Timbersaw,
Yeah.
nice up against the Earth Spirit. Can't really be ganked by him because he rolls in and he right clicks you. That's all Earth Spirit does.
Yeah. We're seeing so much of that, just 1-1-3 at level 5 max reactive build. Really not much Earth Spirit can do against that.
You just like Timber away or something if you're Timber.
Yeah.
Or rather Chain away. I don't know. Interesting.
So Ursa, okay. An annoying carry to go up against. We'll see what carry they want to pick, but
Seen what else from Nate? We've seen their Lion play the other day. Not too sketchy up against a Timbersaw. Can be decent. Try and control someone up. So looking for that somewhat 5-roll hero, even though you don't really want poverty. It's okay. They have the IO +1 possibility here if they want to go for like a Huskar or something. Ooh. It's into a Timbersaw, so maybe not the funnest idea, but it's not today, so you got to throw it out there. You just IO plus anything else. The Alchemist is there.
Yeah, what happened to like the old Wisp pairings? Like where's Wisp Tiny at? Wisp
I don't know. Raindrop. Okay, still pretty baller, but you only want him when there's like no illusion clear or something. I feel like
it's true. CK is very situational, but I think he deserves maybe a little bit more love than he gets. Not today.
Their TA
really
still in.
Thinking about this, yeah, they've got a lot of options.
What's I've been playing?
I mean, they
just go right back for it. That's interesting.
See, in this situation, why would you ever third pick the Clinks here? Because FDL have no way to ban it. The chances of FDL third picking that, I think, are like almost 0.
And you have last pick on Not Today, so you assume that's for your mid.
Yeah. So, but why not just hold it until 4th pick? You can take anything else here. And I guess the only argument you could make is whatever they're saving for 4th pick, they don't want to reveal a potential counter here at FDL's 3rd pick. But I feel like Clinks is one of those heroes that is very counterable in that regard with, like a Slardar or a Bounty Hunter or, whatever else you want.
I hear you.
It's just strange to me. I'm just trying to make sense of it. Not Today is drafting this one in a very... I feel like they're doing that just... throw them off guard by banning Techies strat. First pick Earth Spirit because they'll think we're crazy.
What's FDL been up to? They, their 4-roll heroes still left in the pool. It's going to be the Spirit Breaker. So their options were Ricky was still there, Bounty was still there. They've done some Ogre was still there. But it's a Clinks, so we saw the success of that. That's what won them that first game so handedly, was just Spirit Breaker running across the whole map, and Lifestealer still left in the pool. So Clink's good up against the Lifestealer. However, you've got Rage up against Sand and Earth Spirit with your Spirit Breaker. Seems pretty tempting when you have a Timbersaw as well. So I don't know if I don't think Not Today can really squeeze it in here. It might be a really nice Lifestealer pick here from FDL.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh, they go for the Coddle.
So we've been talking about the Coddle and all of its glories against the Timber. It's
great
pretty
for the movement
good
of the Clinks.
Yeah, it's good against Spirit Breaker also. Same reason. He's just charging across. He's drop his mana. His whole thing is movement speed. It's kind of cool. I think SB, though, is just such a good choice against Clink, Sand King, and Earth Spirit. I mean, just all... Even Coddle as well. Like the first 3, it gives you that scouting potential. Earth Spirit can be a little bit elusive, and just keeping eyes on him can be part of the battle, and Coddle just falls over. They take the Huskar. So we talked about Not Today maybe taking it in combo with a Wisp. It's FDL that grab it with the Oracle.
Man, they are angry about those pauses.
They really are. Well, I mean, I guess with this setup, the viewers can kind of see the lobby in between games. I don't know if you can actually read the chat, but...
they can read the chat.
Okay, they were warned very clearly that there will be no pausing this game. They have used their allotted amount, and is this their new thing? The 5th ban Techies?
Yeah, it must just be a clowny-ass thing they've got in their head.
Okay.
Like their cool beans thing, their tilt play.
The cool beans.
The last ban.
Rampage or auto attack creep play.
What's your mid up against Huskar Spiritbreaker? Wind Ranger. That's the ban here, guys. You ready for this?
Ooh.
That's the pick. Not today goes for the completely random Wind Ranger.
Okay.
I mean, that's a classic in these situations, but it's not very meta these days.
I think Not Today might pick TA if it doesn't get banned here. Razor's a good
Scary
ban.
against Huskar.
Scary.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
definitely
scary against the Huskar. You're right. Yeah, maybe TA will just get picked on
Good.
by the Spirit Breaker. What else could they take besides Wind Ranger? So, what does FDL need
You gotta
here?
kill Huskar besides
off
Clinks,
later.
I feel like.
Magnus.
Oh, they go back. They played this the other day.
Okay, so Centaur for FDL, they're off laner, so it's just a 4 Spirit Breaker roaming. I like this a lot. Big Bruiser for the front line. A 4 Strength Core.
They lost with Centaur, but that was up against Wild Witch Doctors, and they end up getting like the Ag's Heart Refresher. Kind of crazy game.
This is badass, though. I think Ags on Centaur in combo with Huskar is actually super scary. The Centaur Ags is, I think, one of the more underrated Ags upgrades.
Dragon Knight.
They take DK.
That's kind of interesting. All right.
That is a cool solution, though I feel like that's still tough for DK because Huskar has enough magic damage with the burn that Dragon's Blood isn't the end-all be-all in that matchup. Is that... I guess...
yeah, no, I mean, it's just, you're going to get harassed down.
Like I
assume they're not going to lane him against him.
I was really prepared for you to defend the DK. I thought you were going to be like Greedy's staunch defender of... Damn, okay, well.
God, no. That is not happening.
You're just tilted that it's not a Wind Ranger pick. I mean, I think it's cool in the sense
that would have been hilarious.
that they have some 6 sieging power. If the Clinks goes early Deso again, you've got Dragon Form. You can clear creep waves super easily with Coddle Sand King. If they can win fights and get pickoffs, you've got amazing ability to take objectives, pressure, and control the game. At the same time, this FDL lineup has a lot of synergy and just having enough damage to kill these heroes. I guess one good thing is if they go minus armor, it's a lot of physical. These strength heroes, although very tanky, kind of notorious low armor. So, I don't know, early Vlads, I'd say, for FDL. Not a bad idea. Get a Blink Ags.
Help out your old Huskar man. Yeah, not
Vanguard on the Centaur. I think
that's hilarious.
Like mid-game comes around, FDL just have so much mobility. You've got Huskar life breaking around. You've got this Timber Saw chaining, throwing saws and shit. You've got a Spirit Breaker running around, knocking people out of the way. Then you got this big-ass Centaur just blinking, stomping, returning damage, stampeding around. Like, how do you lock these guys down? Even if you jump on the Huskar and start to get him low, then you've got Stan King behind him. You've got all of these... God damn, dude. I hope Not Today pulls some crazy shit out of their back pocket, some pocket aces like they did in game 2. And why are we paused? What the hell's going on here? I thought...
Paused it.
You get 3 per game? Okay.
Yeah, it's per game.
Oh, I see. Well,
one paused.
I like how they immediately, like, all right, you only get 3. Okay, we understand. Sorry. Half a second into the game. All right, boys, we're in. So I don't know. What do you think? I feel like I'm being too cynical about Not Today's draft. I want to believe here, but...
I'm just not really digging DK versus Timber, Centaur, and Huskar, but I'm just, I don't know.
All right, can we get a random caller in? Can we get a Moonduck sub that thinks the Not Today draft is good to give us some...
Well, the Earth Spirit
other
opener already had me bailing out, so I don't know. Like, look what the heroes they picked into Earth Spirit, because they're like, oh, look, an Earth Spirit. Let me just pick Centaur Warrunner, Spirit Breaker, Timber Saw, and Huskar.
Yeah, what does Earth Spirit do? Who does he possibly kill? Maybe Oracle you can kind of pick on if Stan King's in a bad position, but I don't see that happening. You've got a pretty big supporting cast. Even if he does get out of position, you've got a Spirit Breaker that can charge across.
And they picked, the other great thing about this that we didn't really talk about was the fact that they have a Centaur Warrunner and a Timber Saw, which are both, like, they're like Axe, right? They're just 2 heroes that can solo by themselves. They can do stuff if the support shows up because they like their stun and there's like Timber Chain, some nice damage you can put out, but it also means they can just freely move this Huskar wherever the hell they want to match up against this DK. So if they try and do something where, like, I don't know, Greedy goes top and they send the Clinks mid or something at like 2 minutes, doesn't matter, they'll just rotate up top, they'll send the Timber mid or do whatever the hell they want, and this DK shouldn't get anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined
He's
to
just gonna
agree.
get speared so hard. This is
And I think
what an odd pick.
like Ember Spirit, or pardon me, Earth Spirit is not going to do anything to zone. So him lingering around mid, like you can kind of roll around, maybe help control runes, but can't stop DK from getting harassed. So that means Coddle's the only other support that could do it, and simply put, they need him up top in the safe lane to make sure that Attune can get some decent farm. And by the way, it is Schofield playing the Coddle, and Jerry, he is our Earth Spirit player. So Jerry, feeling confident.
after that AA performance, he's just like, yeah.
He's feeling like hot shit
today, guys. Yeah.
So already greedy, burning down to the Susie's Huskar.
There you go. It's all about that damage reduction. That's the play. The breathe fire.
Okay.
That's the best I got.
So, but that doesn't reduce the damage of the fire, does it? It's just the auto attack, I thought.
It's all damage, right?
It says reduces the damage their attacks deal. I actually don't know exactly what the mechanic
Oh,
is.
yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like the actual burn. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You're
the
right.
fire still, like, doesn't do shit.
Those-
MJW up top. Oh, my gosh. Is this a first blood inbound? Not quite. Schofield with Mana Leak level 1. Gets him low. Jerry rolls in. The Centaur lives. He went return level 1. Very annoying, but is an opportunity cost not having Hoof Stomp. He will
Like
have
one
to
of those
sell
lanes
up.
where you want a mango, and you just come up here, you just sit on no mana the whole time and hold a mango because you get extra HP. That the right clicks won't do anything from Keeper of the Light, and they won't do anything from the Earth Spirit, and you force the clinks to at least come and harass you, like split the wave a little bit. As
Yeah.
long as he has mana, he's kind of in trouble. Just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, but you're right. Mango is pretty value here. The extra regen on Centaur is definitely nice to have. So both supports are up top now. DK has 4 last hits mid. Huskar sitting 9 and 5 now, so Greedy definitely struggling as we expected. Let's check in on the
All right, well,
bottom
what about
lane.
what they're trading for here? Sword is doing his thing, right? Annoying melee support versus Sand King. Sand King just laughs, so that's nice for him. A little bit of help from Timber.
Yeah.
Ooh, no laughing now. Oh, the bash!
This is going surprisingly well for FDL. I don't think they continue to commit on it, but
Really needed one more
Sword,
bash.
it's pressured back there. Yeah, pretty good. Meanwhile, mid, Jerry getting low. First blood gets drawn. Looks like they committed in as we were watching the fight. And 747 with the return damage. 2 points in the burning spear. You can't underestimate the power of the Huskar. And he will grab the first blood. Oh, very nice there.
I don't know what else in there. Oh, he got the kill first. Nice. Centaur Warrunner play.
Oh, God.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how Centaur died. He must have returned, or rather, he must have done a double edge while a right click was in midair from the Coddle, right? Because there's no other way Coddle would get the kill.
Yeah, I guess that's
Unless a lane
possible.
creep killed him.
I don't know. I was tunnel visioning. That was my bad. I'm the worst. All right, so Clinks is having a great time, though. That's really the moral of this laning stage from what I'm gathering. Schofield was kind of an aggressive position to be in. High ground, only level 2. No points in the chakra yet. But they are starting to converge.
All right, 3-man gank. 1 point Berserker's Blood. This one magic still does stuff. Keep that in mind.
They did smoke for this. The blast
All right, that
misses.
missed.
He threads the needle.
Oh, that missed.
Stan King in some trouble, loses his mana, but they don't connect with either of the skill shots, and
All right,
well,
purge the mana leak. Miss all your spells.
it's a lackluster smoke rotation. We'll put it that way. Meanwhile, Radiant Jungle, Sword and Spirit Breaker going at it. Looks like
he
Sword will
feeling
be
the
able to
luck?
make it out. MJW needs to be a little careful.
Interesting game of Dota 2. As Greedy gets forced off the rune, has to do a full lap.
American qualifiers, dude. I've never been so proud to be part of the Americas in my life. And not North America, mind you, just all of the Americas combined.
I hear you.
I mean, we can't say you share a continent with people in South America, but in some ways you do, right?
What? Oh, well, yeah, I guess not continent.
It's
all
connected,
connected.
you know.
It
It's
counts.
kind of like one big continent. What's the word for that giant landmass?
Pangea. Pangea. I don't know why I threw a J in there, but it's Pangea.
Pangea. You know, the farm in these lanes is actually going pretty well for not today. Yeah, like you're talking about the opportunity cost. Yeah, DK's getting rolled mid, but Sand King doing very well in the bottom lane, and Clinks And he's just free farming up top. He's the last hit leader, and it's actually not today with a small net worth lead.
The only shitty part is though, like, it's a DK. It's not like this is some hero. It's not like it's a Storm Spirit. This is like about to go Sumail Dota or something, and he shows up and gets 3 kills and he's a hero again. It's a DK. Like, he struggles to 6 and maybe gets the mid tower. It's not like he just shows up in the jungle and flash farms a stack or something.
True. It's really not like a Shadow Fiend or someone that can come online and just explode. I'm still curious what the game plan is for Greedy. I mean, maybe they'll 4+1. You know, everybody else pushes. DK gets some solo farm, then he pushes.
Oh, Schofield finds him. Body block.
Schofield, who finds who? Beautifully done by Stan King. The charge across secures the kill.
Yeah, I definitely hit that backwards there.
What? Oh. Yeah, I did.
It was certainly Stan King finding Schofield with a nice body block.
Yes. Inverted. My bad.
Oh, no, you had it right. I had it wrong. Have no fear. Top lane,
top.
Charged in.
Attune.
No dust.
Klink's almost level 6. Killing the Klinks would be huge. FDL really need it. Sword, actually really low down bottom. Bisa putting a surprising amount of pressure on him.
Yeah, it's really scary with the Mango, too. Like, that's pretty much forces him back. You can't just, like, get him low on mana through, like, that random harass that comes out from the Timber. You can't just count it and be like, okay, now I can go back in. It's just always that constant threat. Getting Salve and Stick.
Yeah. Huskar now level 6, just about. Working on the armlet, nothing too surprising. It's about doubling the CS of the DK. The other thing that's tough about DK mid is he can't really just go into the jungle and farm either. You know, he can't really pick up an Iron Talon, can't really clear stacks.
I don't want to like pinging mid right now. Like Greeny's just like, I don't know, what does he want? Yo, Jerry, get in here, dude. Roll on this Huskar. Okay, so, man, I'm here.
No, Jerry, like we got it this time. All right, what do we have here? Swords
here. We
here.
Go, sword.
So he's got the ult.
Stan King, right?
I think so. They've got to channel a big ult, stun Stan King. If they can coordinate the stuns, this could be huge. The epicenter is probably enough to kill him. It's only a level 4 Oracle. This is an awkward.
Waiting with bated breath as he gets and finds Stan King.
I mean, it's an okay stun onto Stan King, but MJW's here. This is just some harass. Now Sword's in trouble. He gets set up on. He doesn't have a stun. No points in Sandstorm. And it's just a kill for Stan King. I don't... Why
he went for the recovery build, where it's like, I'm going to get my epicenter a little bit later, which is good, but I'm not going to take any points. They just like, this build was made to get this kill mid.
Yeah. Well, rough turnaround. Now up top, Jerry will roll in onto the Spirit Breaker. They set that up for Schofield. Okay, there's a nice kill. Could transition this into a tower push. Glyphs comes out right away, but it's going to be an easy tower for Klinks. Centaur suicides into some neutrals here. Takes that free taxi ride back home. Interesting. What a weird game. The Sand King just kind of dies, and then Spirit Breaker gets ganked, and Not Today are still winning.
Oh, look, Jerry's charged up.
747. Anyway. Jerry, oh god, he misses it. Greedy pops the ult. Now life break forward. Susie wants the kill. Jerry will stay alive for now. Follow-up stun. Huskar does get the burn, and now all of a sudden he's got friends. MJW has the stun. Stan King falls. Now they kill the Dragon Knight. Schofield left all by his lonesome. 1 for 3 as they do end up bringing down the Huskar. The Coddle will be chased down and ripped off his horse. 8 to 3. FDL, I think, now pulling into the lead. About a 1K net worth trade. Didn't count the Coddle kill up in the team fight recap there.
Oh, not often you get to see a Coddle bring down a Huskar.
Yeah.
Enjoy that while it lasts.
That's true. Susie, knowing his limitations, though, man, he went balls to the wall. Knew he was in a sticky situation. Knew he had support coming, and he just went for it. He set up that whole thing by being so manly, using the armlet really well as the magic wand. Pretty darn tanky, that Huskar.
Oh, they're going to try again here.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe not. And they can't find... Oh, okay, never mind. Jerry's bottom. He's not doing anything. Go invade the jungle. And unless someone TP's down, they might not find... Oh, Stan King's got wards. Could be going to the danger zone.
Uh-oh. Klink's now starting to move around a little bit. He's level 8. We'll see 4 heroes on Not Today converge down bottom. They've already got a ward behind the tower, so... Looks like they will.
Stan King's, he's going in, man.
Push.
Is he going to find it? Oh, Stan King's so close.
Oh.
Senses it, though. He's not going down there. He's like, nah, this is not the play.
He's got the right idea.
Good. This is really nice. They're amassing here under a sentry ward. They have the Stampede in 5 seconds.
Maybe he put it back intentionally to try to bait him in. They catch Schofield.
Yeah.
Well, misses the chakram there, but Schofield will still fall. Timbersaw getting credit for that one. Bisa should be pretty happy with himself. And they defend the tower, so pretty nice. Sand King forced to burrow strike away, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, that's the perfect safe play to do this. You put the sentry in here just to make sure the Clinks isn't coming in and around. You know if you go this far, they probably have a ward, and he was correct. Allows the allies to come on in. They find a free kill in the jungle. They push them back, and tower didn't even take that much damage. Sand King Dota, guys. Look at that.
Yeah, really smart. If you just put it right here and you kill the ward, they know that you have a sentry there, and they won't wrap around. But
and they probably kill you.
There's a chance that you bait the Clinks in there if he wraps around the backside.
Schofield mid.
Yeah, again, this Coddle. I don't even want to say he's too far forward. I mean, they're diving tier 2s for this, and just no reaction from his team. Greedy walks by, drops a breathe fire, but that's it. They just let him go. Meanwhile, down bottom, oh my, they catch the Clinks with the dust. And I think they'll find a kill here. Chakram, when it comes back, will do it. Centaur gives him the axe.
Oh, that chain
charge from Spirit Breaker.
Can't believe that went to the Sand King. You have like, oh man, that is something else. That mechanic is so weird sometimes.
That was also just perfectly timed. They killed him so that the Spirit Breaker was able to hop the charge right over to the Sand King. And I think if that doesn't happen, the Sand King's able to get away, and it looked like a pretty far distance. I don't know exactly what the radius is on how far the charge will move.
It's the nearest enemy is who it swaps to, but I thought he was outside of. He was like barely getting outside of Bisa's vision, and then it swaps over, so it was nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty close, but ends up being a twofer. Not bad. Now Bisa out of mana, could be in trouble, but now Schofield has no way to slow him down.
Don't worry, DK's here.
DK's coming. Bisa
Get him,
now
Greedy.
Stunned up. Thanks to the mana leak, Greedy actually does connect with the stun, but Stan King's here. He's ready to keep Bisa alive. They turn on Stan King. He can't even get the false promise on himself. Oh no, it's a disaster. It'll probably cost Bisa his life as well. Clinks has the damage, ends the killing spree. It's a double for him, and meanwhile on top, Spirit Breaker also dies to the Sand King Jerry combo. Not today. They're regaining some of this lost footing here, Trent. This is getting pretty wild.
Yeah, everything just fell apart there. Bisa went for kind of the greedy play, going for the ult with the chakram instead of just timber chaining away or something, and he gets mana leak.
Ultimately, it was a misplay from Stan King, though. He knew it was coming. He was trying to false promise himself, but the cast point just a little bit longer than he predicted. If he saves himself there, he can probably keep the timber alive a little bit longer. Completely changes that situation. But without the false promise, it's an instant loss.
Look at this. Under ward, he comes in for this one, so he's going to pay.
Uh-oh. Schofield.
And he's got no way of stopping this.
And this is so painful. I think we've all been in this situation before. Oh, what canceled?
Did he just?
He canceled the charge early, so it didn't stun. That might cost him the kill here. Chakram misses. They get the timber chain still, so they find the kill, but that's
interesting.
That's a weird misplay. I don't think that's intentional. I don't think there's ever an advantage to canceling the charge when it's that close.
I guess theoretically there's like, oh, he'll get bumped over here and I can't ulti and he'll be on the other side of trees, or I don't know. There's probably some mind game to it.
Protractor shit right there, man. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Coddle's really fast to his credit.
Yeah.
I'm trying, dude. There's a Dragonite in this game, honestly. I don't even know what's going on. Susie's doing Huskar things.
I mean, they go into the Roche pit. They're tanking it with a Mud Golem. This is an interesting strat. Haven't really seen this one before, but it's pretty cool. I like the idea to just grab a random creep. And of all the creeps, you got a Mud Golem with some babies to tank it up.
And Bloodstone's now done here for Bisa. So he's a hero.
Yeah, this is pretty huge. This next fight will be very telling. Schofield, again, this guy's positioning is pretty wild and crazy. Charge forward. Jerry catches him with a roll. Oh, still gets bashed. Sword comes in with a stun. They go 1 for 1. Now the follow-up. Huskar will finish off Roche. Sword getting very low. MJW with a double edge with the magnetize. Actually turns it around. Bisa misses the chain. He's too far deep. And Dire go 1 for 3. They find Stan King. Oh, no. FDL busting apart at the seams. What happened? They went so deep.
I still don't know why there's a Dragonite in this game.
What?
I just like look in the jungle and there's an ulted Dragonite like killing Radiant camps. And I'm just like, what's going on?
Well,
There's still a tower mid. It's like at full HP. They have a Dragon Knight. I don't understand.
He's going Maelstrom, it looks like, so he'll go pushing kind of.
Oh, bro, give me another armlet. Let's go.
You think he's going armlet?
Let's go. This is not today. What's he got?
Nope, he's got Midas.
Oh, now it all makes sense.
Dude, the
it's
recovery
a
Midas.
Dragon Knight. We were such fools.
This is fabulous, dude. I love it. I have
Dota 2, man. This is the best shit.
I'm digging. I mean, Sand King, Sword's gone for Aether Lens even before Blink. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is you'll see this too because you get like your arcanes and the Ring of Health can actually be really handy in lane sometimes.
Oh yeah, then you just break it apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Blink Dagger up on Centaur. Huge item for FDL, of course. Turns him into really now more majority horse than man, really. Attune has his prize.
I think he's
Desolator.
more man than horse.
Well, before the Blink Dagger, absolutely. But with a Blink Dagger, he gets much more horsey. He kind of gallops in, jumps over
I feel
stuff.
like proportion-wise, he looks like he's like 30% man.
Well, I mean,
So I would say he's mostly horse.
if you factor in how big a horse is compared to how big a human is, it's proportionately more human
Ooh, that's
than horse.
true. Good one. Good one.
Schofield just got fucked-arenoed again. Bummer.
That was a nice recovery, dude.
Yeah.
You won me with that one. I gotta say, did Suns fan tell you that? I feel like you had this discussion.
No,
that was
I just
too
mean
ready.
horses weigh like nearly like what, a ton or something, and humans are 200 pounds at most. I mean, it's like a factor of 10. How much does a horse weigh? 1,500 pounds? I mean, maybe like a giraffe horse weighs a ton, like one of those big like Clydesdale.
Yeah, the ones that are in the parade.
But like a regular horse, you know, I mean, probably 1,500, 1,600 pounds.
I reckon,
give or take. I used to ride horses. You know, my family used to own a horse farm. It's a real story.
Really?
Yep. My parents got divorced over it, but we did indeed own a horse farm. It was a fun time in my childhood.
I have a maple syrup farm.
Really? It sounds better than horses. Maple syrup certainly smells better. Centaur's invisible, looking for blood. Oh, they see the clinks. There's a sentry. They dust him. Attune on the run.
But there's a max mana leak.
Beautiful mana leak. Well done. But Schofield will pay with his life, as it appears the Spirit Breaker has found him once more. Thinking about going on the clinks, but there's the Nether Strike. Silence. Schofield still alive, making space for his team. Nice stun from Sword. He channels up the Illuminate. Now they start the fight. Coddle still falls. Sword getting low. Huskar flying all over the place. He wants the clinks, but they don't have detection. Ends up working out well for FDL. 1 for 2. And I think they turn this into a tower as well. Dragonlance now up on the Huskar, still holding on to the Aegis. Great time for them to take a fight.
I mean, I was just waiting to see what chat said about the Midas, honestly. So I was kind of checked out on that one, but you know.
Hey, it's a solid fight though. It's good. Yeah.
No, this is great. 1,000 gold on Centaur, blinking forward again here, being nice and aggressive. But MJW, this is not the Sand King game. He's ready.
Oh, I mean, dude, DK's almost got half of a BKB. Tier 2 tower dies. They make 2 towers out of it. So that's actually a pretty nice bump for FDL. And they will pull back into the net worth lead for what it's worth. Timbersaw, 11 Bloodstone charges. A little bit of a slow start for Bisa, but recoverable for sure here, Trent, I believe.
Yeah, you know, that one death really does set you back, because now he's not even back up to the default level, which is kind of frustrating, but he's got his boots of travel. So right now he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to go farm. I'll see you in a bit. You know, you need me, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. And I will show up with my Bloodstone. But until then, I'm just going to go hit some creeps.
How scary is it once this Clinks gets a BKB? He's got the Ogre Club and just about enough for Mithril. Ooh, down bottom, Sword, a lot of trouble. Should burn down. I think Susie finds this kill. Yeah, he certainly does. But I think that's a opportunity for Not Today to really start to take control.
No. We've been talking about having Vision Heroes and Hurricane Pike. I think that means you have to go Hurricane Pike on this Huskar. You can't just stop at the value Dragonlance.
Hurricane
have the Spirit Breaker.
Huskar. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the only option.
The only option.
It actually sounds pretty awful, so I don't think that's an item. Just so we're clear. All right, top. Timber, rolled on, silence. Do they have the damage?
Bisa. He might be good here. I think he just Timber Chains out. They don't quite have it. Last arrow from Clinks will not do the damage. Magnetize, close, but no cigar. Timber wins.
I think that Breathe Fire hit, eh?
Ooh, charge onto Jerry. They've got a dust in case the Clinks is nearby, but no, it's just a lone Jerry. They get the double bash and an easy kill. FDL turn it around the other way.
Ooh, that was really close. If that breathe fire hit, he would have died.
Almost. Fatesy to keep Stan King alive. He'll try to TP out, but Sword's there with a stun. Very nice. Now the other way, MJW comes in. It's an odd fight, engagement after engagement. 747 gets off a life break. And now the Sword will fall. Still a good fight for FDL. 2 for 1 around the map. And maybe not done yet. Schofield walks a bit far forward, gets off the mana leak. Decisive will have to back out.
Is there still a Dota game going on?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the theorized weight of horses. I think the range is anywhere from 200 pounds to 2,000 or 20,000 pounds.
I was laughing at divorced. That was my favorite thing.
Oh, God. Tier 2 tower mid goes down. What's the game plan for Not Today right now? I feel like
there's
FDL
a minus
are
Dragonite. You stop asking this guy. No.
I mean, like, FDL is just taking towers and objectives, and Not's just, like,
running under wards with the Clinks?
Yeah, they're, like, not even split farming. They're just kind of walking around, farming occasionally. Double bash now onto a tune. MJW nearby with some follow-up. Stampede, Earl! Stampede! They go in. They jump on. He's dead. Oh, God. What are they doing? Seriously, they're just taking it. They're just flopping over. Maybe
like,
this is
keep the light.
They hit BKB on DK the same time Clinks does, and then they take some tier 2 towers.
Take a roast or something.
I mean, how much do the BKBs really matter? I think it's pretty significant this game. Like, Spirit Breaker can kind of lock somebody down, but really minimizes the FDL
pick
damage.
One, but yeah, it's pretty important, right? Just so you can, especially for Clinks, namely, just because he's a hero that needs to stand there. But top lane, Sword is being charged on.
Okay.
Oh, a blink, because Bisa not quite connecting, but he's going to keep that chase.
Oh, mana leak.
Oh, they still got MJW coming, though. Don't give up on the play, boys.
Continues on. Schofield in some trouble as well. They go right for the Sword. MJW finds the stun. Follow up Nether Strike, and way too much burst damage. Jerry now coming up, but hey, down bottom, they're split pushing. That's a tier 3 tower taking heavy damage. Down to about half HP, TP's out. Clinks on the move, roll forward. Jerry can't find the stun. They'll go blow for blow as Greedy comes forward. False promise, keeps Susie alive a bit longer, but now Bisa pops in. BKB used by Greedy. DK, this is you. You farmed all game for this life break from downtown onto Schofield. 747 still alive, but falling fast. Gets earned up. Greedy getting low, but Bisa now out of mana. Can't quite finish the job. Keeper of the Light will burn down with 2 dead. It's a 5v3 in FDL. Siege the high ground. No glyph for at least another 30 seconds, 10 seconds. That's enough for the tier 3 tower to fall, it looks like.
And actually, onto the melee. It's not even going to tag any range damage, but backing away here, it seems. Yeah, everyone's up. That's not really your advantage thing. Cod will be there in a second. Kind of scary with BKBs. Don't want something to go wrong. You don't want to get epicentered. Kind of a crisp here on the side of the Radiant. Not a big deal, just a tower, but good show of aggression.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, FDL are getting more and more momentum, though. The Timbersaw is now up to 14 Bloodstone charges, so he's trending upward. He also has a Yule's, great tool to have against, I don't know, Mana Leak, for example. Roshan up and ready. FDL moving back into the pit. Old Husky's at it again. Not today. Nowhere to be found. Lingering in the base. Taking a look at Dire Vision. Pretty blind. Only wards in the other quadrant of the map. So seems it'll be an uncontested Roche for friendship, dedication, and love.
All right. What's the comeback? I mean, it's all epicenter, right? It's not really too much to analyze here. Big magnetize, big epicenter. A lot of pressure here on Jerry and Sword. I'm looking to find those ones. Sword maybe even having to go for a veil. Like, you're locked into magic damage. It's not your Sand Kick, right? It's not like you can transition to be like, oh, well, these are some very beefy targets. It would be great if I had high right click and heavy attack damage. Certainly not going to happen on a Sand King or something. Oh.
Yeah, maybe the Ags is a little ambitious at this stage, but having the long stun is pretty damn helpful for the initiation. 747 up on the high ground, gets knocked forward. Blinding Light pushes him in. On the backside, Clinks goes into initiate. BKB on. Stan King getting low, but he gets off the ult and he will survive. 747 just trying to stay alive. That's the Aegis. Not today, running out of resources, though. Schofield locked down, Greedy backing up, and now the Aegis has respawned the Huskar. So 1-for-1, 2 supports down, but now Greedy without a BKB, taking a lot of damage. Sword with a big ult. It brings him low, but there's just no follow-up. 4 heroes still alive on FDL. Now the buybacks start to come. Sand King is first up. The other 2 dead in the grave with no way to get back in the game. Clinks does have a BKB, but on cooldown for another 45. That will be the bottom lane of barracks. Secured for FDL, and they get a buyback on the Sand King, who really gets no recovery out of it. It's somewhat of a wasted buyback. Ends up being a very cost-effective fight for our Radiant squad here.
Yeah, MGW played that really well because you have Attune just kind of on the sidelines there, and he's trying to find that angle for him to come and initiate. And once the Aegis went down, he just hops on top. MGW's like, well, you're not going to kill me, so I'm just going to jump on top of you, stun you, right-click you. Like, I can't kill you either, but as long as I'm keeping you from, like, hopping on my Huskar, they have no way to kill him. Yeah. Like, that damage from Clinks is their only hope.
Yeah, now the farm disparity, pretty big. 14K net worth lead. You see on that net worth tab, yeah, there's a big gap between those cores. Both Huskar and Timbersaw really starting to pull away. Looks like probably Shiva's coming out next on the Timber. And Husky now up to a full Assault Kuros. He's got the Helm of the Dominator and already another 2K gold towards maybe a Blink Dagger, probably the Satanic before too long. He's hard to deal with.
Yeah, nice Shiva's game here.
Oh yeah.
Always good to have a little bit extra mana up against the Timber or the Keep It Alight, right? Can't hurt. And just some additional damage too.
And BKB on the Spirit Breaker. So now he can just stand in the back line, doesn't have to worry about mana leak or anything. He can just try to lay bashes into whoever he can get his mitts on. DK, what's he looking at here, Trent? He's got a Shadow Amulet. Silver Edge. Not a bad choice against Huskar, right, eh?
There you go. That's it.
Hey, Silver Edge. Maybe they'll actually be able to kill him.
I mean, it's good against Timber for taking off the
reactive, too. It's a great Silver Edge game.
Stopping the stacks, one would say. It doesn't actually... If you have, like, 20 stacks, they still stay, which is really obnoxious, but at least they don't keep going. If you're, you know,
right.
At, like, if you're at, like, 15 and someone hits you, you won't go to 20. But if you're at 15, you stay at 20. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I see.
Or, sorry, you stay.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. It's not like a dispel. It just stops it from applying more. So
yeah,
you have to use it to initiate for it to be effective on Timber. Oh no, Greedy! He walks into a Sentry Ward. Oh no, the Sword. He comes out now. Jerry, he's the next one to die. Sword just gets manned up on. The BKBs are proving very effective here on the side of FDL.
Sword, I'm just watching Sword juke. Let's go, man. You got this.
Come on, Sword. He's going to TP home, and he will live, but 3 of his comrades, unfortunately, stuck in the grave now without buyback.
Attune's running into the enemy fountain.
GG. Attune actually is running into the enemy fountain. All right.
It's just the mouse.
Oh, the broken mouse. You're right. Oh, he had to drop his items, too. That's well done. Okay, so woo! FDL, they take it. Ends up being an interesting series. Game 1, FDL dominates. Game 2... not today. Managed to beat them with this weird triple invis strat in Game 3. I'm still hard-pressed to understand exactly what Not Today wanted to do. They picked the Dragon Knight, went Midas.
It was a strange draft overall. Like, it's just not one that you see a lot. You don't really understand. Earth Spirit first, dead hero. Allows the team to pick 4 heroes that Earth Spirit does absolutely nothing against, and compared to, like, maybe a moment where you'd think, oh, Earth Spirit's good here. It's just like no options to do anything early game. Dragon Knight into a Huskar. I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I just don't even know what to say about those, honestly.
Like, this game is a good example of why Coddle is not a hard counter to Timber. Like, it's an effective hero against what Timber does, but not that Schofield played a perfect game by any stretch. He had some lackluster positioning, but it's just such a tough game for a hero like that to really achieve much. He's just paper thin. If any of those gap closers get in his face, he's pretty much dead. Maybe you have a blinding light for a reset, and that's about it. You know, imagine if that was like a Dazzle, for example. That's a support that could actually change those fights a little bit. It didn't really seem like the Coddle pick panned out so well either. So a noble effort. Hey, we got to see a Divine Rapier today. That's not something you get to say every day that you cast.
Midas Dragon Knight.
I might that too. You also
I don't think I'll be seeing that one for a while.
Yeah, it's also not that great. Well, either way, good day of Dota, Trent. We are done for today. There will be more of the Northern Arena by Bell coming up tomorrow. We've still got a long ways to go. This is the end of the first round of the upper bracket, so we still have a lot of games to go to round this thing out and see who's going to be joining us in Montreal. I think tomorrow is going to be the same old Annie and Cap. I think for most of the tournament, we're going to be switching back and forth until Purge joins us later on towards the semis and whatnot. So, Trent.
Oh, did we get NP again? Nice.
I think so.
Cap is like really salty about that. It's
really? It was honestly just random. I gave them the first day, and I didn't even look at it. I said, you guys take first shift, I'll take second shift. Oscillated, and we kind of got the MP game. So, dude, I didn't even know how they seeded into the bracket. That part was also just totally random from my perspective. I'll get wrecked, Cap. Get fucked. All right. See you later, guys. Same place, same time. All the VODs are on youtube.com/moonducktv. So if you miss any of the action, they get uploaded pretty much immediately after the broadcast is done. So check it out. All the games from days prior are already up. So take care. We will see you next time.